Good evening, this is Jen, the Liberty Lion, and today is July 10th, 2022. I've had a lot of people interested in the information that I have on state and what a state is and what it includes and what it is not. And I think there's a lot more. Of course, I don't know what every individual person knows, but I think there's a lot more information or a lot more definition included in the word state than people realize. It's not just a geographical location. There are different types of states. And so what I want to do is start a series of videos on state. So what I did is I got all the information on my computer that I have on state, and I want to share those with you, but I want to share them individually and just talk for a minute or two, maybe 5, about what is meant by that particular piece of information or that particular speaker or writer when he's talking about state. So I'm not going to talk about this essay in this video, but I wanted to introduce you to the future videos that I'm going to make on state. I'm still doing my foundation videos, and as well as my other videos where I explain the Constitution from a military perspective, as well as the voluntary positive acts, so on and so forth. So stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe. I'm also going to post each piece of paper or each article or each congressional record individually with a link in the description so that everyone can go and see what exactly I'm reading from. Of course, you can always develop your own interpretation of what is meant by state, but my interpretation includes 8 years of military service, about another 6 years of service as a civil servant, all for the DoD, and then about 10 years of studying and reading and talking with other people about what some of this information means, to compile just sort of an overall idea, a general view of what a lot of this stuff means. So what you're getting from me is not a law school education, and I'll tell you why that's important. When English language was originally developed, it was developed by a whole bunch of different languages. So the court system originally was developed using the Old French language and their system of justice. Now, the Old French was originally, before that, Norse. So it was Norse and then Old French. And so when you talk about the real system of justice and the court system, you're talking about one based on the French language. And the legal system, the attorneys, lawyers, and judges, and a lot of the politicians who have a legal education are taught in Latin. This is a completely different court system, a completely different idea of justice, one based on science and one based on nature. Old French and Norse is more based on nature, and Latin and our current system is more based on science. Now, I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm just saying that they're different. Personally, sometimes I think a nature perspective, which a lot of people would call common law, is a better route to go on some issues. And then when you're talking about science and Latin, that may be a better way to go on other issues. So it just depends on what the issue at hand is, as far as whether or not you're going to get actual justice. So with that, I'm going to start my video series on state. And if you've been kind of hanging out with me for a while and listening to my videos, you'll see that my foundation series starts with a tree and then the word foundation, a semicolon, and then the title of the video. So that's similar to what I'm going to do with the state series of videos, where I'll have like a little picture and then state, semicolon, and then the title of the video. And it may just be 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that. So stay tuned and like, share, and subscribe, and check always the description for links, and I'll see you in the next video.